Good afternoon, Year 11, and welcome today to your screencast for Health and the People topic, so the medicine topic. And today we are going to be looking at Pare. So Pare links to Flashcard 8 Part 2 from your flashcard packs. Pare is a part of the Renaissance period, and out of the three major themes that we can think of, I would be really pushing towards surgery, his impact on surgery, not disease or public health. So, what we've got here is we have just an introduction to Pare. So Pare was a war surgeon, and Pare has two aims. One aim is to stop blood loss, and the second aim is to stop pain. Now, before Pare, what people used to do was pour burning oil onto a wound, and then they would apply a cream of turpentine, egg white and rose oil to heal it. This obviously caused massive amounts of pain, so the burning oil especially. So although it did cleanse the wound, the pain was incredible for those people. Now, I would just add that Pare is an Italian war surgeon, and that will come important later. So, what did Pare do then? Well, by chance, Pare ran out of burning oil one day. And as a result, Pare just used the cream. And he found that the cream had the exact same effect without the oil. So he was able to heal with just the cream. This meant that Pare had found a way to lessen pain during surgery. Now, straight away, if we think of who this is significant for, if we think of who it's grouped, well, Pare is a war surgeon, so it's going to be massively positive for the soldiers that he is helping heal, the Italian soldiers. So massively positive for them. They no longer have to have burning oil poured into that wound. We can then go on to look at other ways he caused change. And Pare's attempt to stop blood loss was done through ligatures. So Pare was successful. So Pare used ligatures, which was rope, and you can see that here, are small pieces of kind of silk to tie off blood vessels to stop bleeding. Now, this was positive for patients at first, as it stopped blood loss. However, Pare did not know that it was also negative for patients in the long term, because the material could poison the patient. So the material such as the silk that was used could poison the patient. I would also add as well, the ligatures weren't sterilised, so they didn't understand anything about dirt, so they'd be dirty, again leading to illness, disease, infection, and therefore death. So if you think about it, then there are a couple more groups that we could go into depth about. And finally, we also have the fact that Harvey created prosthetics using, remember, especially with ligatures and prosthetics, using Vesalius's fabric of the human body. So they would use the fabric of the human body to then, look at the limbs, look at the veins, what was needed for that leg. So he created prosthetics, obviously really positive for people without limbs, who had lost limbs for whatever reason through amputation. They were able to probably walk around more, they were able to do more things, so, it's a very general positive there. And if we look again, just like Vesalius, Pare ended up spreading his ideas. And he did this in 1575 through the works of surgery. And again, another group it's important for was barber surgeons in England, who used these methods, therefore obviously helping patients with blood loss, etc. and pain. And we'd also say that Queen Elizabeth I's surgeon also used Pare's methods. And I think this is really important because Queen Elizabeth I's surgeon would have been the best surgeon, using the best methods, showing us that Pare's methods was seen as the best. Pare at the time was seen as the best. And if we think about the themes of medicine for Pare, so I am just going to write these, there's not a lot of space, but I'll kind of turn it on its side and write them here. So Ron Weasley is ginger, that's so crackingly cool. Can I see religion here? Not really. Can I see war? Well, yeah, the fact he's a war surgeon. Pare is an individual. There's no element of government here. I would say there's no element of technology, so anything that's built. Is there science? I would say, well, yeah, he's kind of using Vesalius' work, so he's experimenting, he's exploring using Vesalius' work on things like prosthetics and with ligatures. Communication, absolutely, the works of surgery, and chance as well. The fact that by chance he runs out of that burning oil. So those are some our themes of medicine, our factors of medicine, so the 7 to 8 factors that link to Pare.